I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Pro-Chancellor, you're very welcome here this afternoon. Before I get into the formalities, I just want to say some opening words and just to give us a little bit of a signal of how we're going to enjoy ourselves this afternoon. So one of the things to note is that our graduates here will be coming across the stage, and at one point they're going to come across and we're going to greet each other in front of the stage here, and that'll be a moment for a bit of a pause, and a photographer that happens to be up on the balcony there is just waving to us there in a friendly manner. There are a couple of little markers on the front in front of me, and what we're going to do when you come across is I'll give you a little bit of an opportunity to signal what you would like to do. We know we've still got some COVID etiquette, but I'm perfectly happy for those who want to fist bump. We'll do a fist bump. If you want to shake my hand, I'll shake your hand. If you'd rather not do any contact at all, just keep your hands clasped and do a little nod, and I'll give you a little nod. What I will ask, and it'll make things go more smoothly, as you come across the stage, just give me a little signal about what you want to do, whether it's going to be the fist or the handshake. Otherwise, we'll end up playing rock, paper, scissors. and although that can be fun, it's probably something that won't be good for your photo. But we'll see what we do. If we do end up playing that, well, that's fine, and I just hope I win, because I'm that way. So you're very welcome. The other bit that I wanted to say before I get into kind of the formal address is this is very much a celebratory event, and it's perfectly appropriate for your friends as you see them, or indeed your relatives, and all of you in the audience, as people are coming across to graduate. Give them a cheer, give them a whoop, and so forth, and that's absolutely fine and proper. So we look forward to that as we come across. I'll also say, well, I might just say if your phones are on, then please turn them off. That would be a good thing to say. I can hear that. You know who you are. I can't see you here, but that'd be fine. The other thing to know that some people, they'll find that hats might drop as you go. That's absolutely fine as well. Just do what you need to come across and just try to enjoy yourself. So that's all I want to say in kind of the informal bits. I'll be stood around there when you see those people at the front see me later. So on with the formal bit, where we get to kind of speak in a way that's reflects the pomp and ceremony here. So, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduating students, welcome at long last to your Ulster University graduation ceremony. So let me begin with that word once again. To all of our graduates and classes of 2020 and 2021, congratulations. This is magnificent noise, I have to say. And I should, in this place, I shouldn't be surprised that there's that enthusiasm. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for that. So I've said congratulations, but perhaps it would be more accurate for me to say welcome to the class reunion, given the delay that it may have been since you've seen each other. You've waited patiently for a long time for this day, and of course you've shown great resilience and adaptability. For the class of 2020, you moved quickly into a way of working that was new to us all. And of course, some of you graduating today know that more than most. I think there's a specific call-out required. I know there are other students here, but for our nursing students graduating today, you completed your courses early and went straight to the front line in the battle against COVID, providing care and compassion to patients and their families at some of the most challenging times in their lives. You showed incredible fortitude, resilience, as well as an outstanding level of commitment and dedication to do everything that you could at such a vital time to make a contribution to society when we needed you most. So I want to take a moment to thank you and the fantastic teaching and clinical teams who supported you, of course, for your efforts. It was and is very much appreciated. And for all of you graduating, nursing students included, those critical final weeks of your course were spent in isolation and outside of your normal networks. We had hoped for some return to normal campus in 2021, but sadly for many of you, the experience on campus continued to be interrupted. But you persevered, and I'm delighted to see so many of you with us today. So in addition to this being a formal celebration of your achievements, it's also a day for reconnections with your friends and with your tutors. For any graduate, the successful completion of your course is always a momentous personal milestone. It represents a culmination of your years of dedicated study, effort, determination, and commitment. For you, it's even more special because you kept going and achieved your results despite the circumstances we all found ourselves in. This, in addition to your qualification, has been a valuable experience, and although frustrating at the time, the skills that you've learnt will carry you for the rest of your lives. I think that's really important to take on board. It may feel in terms of your university experience that it was kind of different in a bad way, and I can absolutely see that because of the COVID pandemic, but what you've demonstrated yourself, you will always have that as a mark of honour, that you coped with that, you succeeded despite that. And I think all of those employment roles that you go into, they will recognise that you were the classes that went through that and you succeeded in the face of that adversity. And I think that's something that you should value very much in terms of your own performance through your own degree. So days like today are a time of great pride for your family and friends who have no doubt supported you along this journey. And you know you've not travelled here on your own. So remember your fellow classmates with whom you have learned, share ideas, discussed and debated, and with whom I'm sure you've formed some of the deepest and most enduring friendships of your life, probably. And of course, your university staff, my colleagues, the lecturers, technicians and professional services teams who are all represented here today, they've also contributed to your experience at Ulster and are thrilled with your success. And for my part, I'd like to say thank you to my colleagues here for what they've done in relation to your success. But for many of you, the most important people to have joined you on your journey are your family and friends. And you graduate today possibly as a daughter or a son, perhaps a sister or a brother, a husband or a wife, a grandchild, a childhood friend, but in all cases a source of deep pride to those closest to you. And those people will, I have no doubt, have been a source of great support to you in many ways over the course of your study. And we are honoured to have so many of your family and friends with us today, and I know that you will want to stand with me to thank them, all of your family and friends. So I invite all of you, our graduands at the front here, to stand and applaud, not only to congratulate yourselves and each other, but to show your appreciation for everybody who has helped you along the way. So if you join with me to offer some applause to those people who have supported you, and we'll give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much, graduates, for joining with me in saying thank you to those people who have supported you. And for me and my colleagues, it's a privilege for us to be with you today as we mark the culmination of your academic journey so far. There are so many of my colleagues who say this is their favourite part of the year, where they get to meet with you at this time and celebrate your success. So I hope that when you reflect on your days at Ulster, which some of you may feel now is a bit of a lifetime ago, you will take away a strong belief in yourselves and what you can accomplish. Remain open to the ongoing shifts and changes that will necessarily shape your lives. What looks like an ending is actually a new beginning. Take the optimism and confidence of today, the effort and hard work it took to get here, and harness them into your dreams and ambitions for the future. In the words of the great Walt Disney, all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. In that spirit, be bold, be brave, be determined, and believe in yourself. Sheryl Sandberg once said, being confident and believing in your own self-worth is necessary in achieving your potential. Regardless of your subject area, you're now the disruptive innovators, the critical thinkers, the problem solvers, the analysts, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries who will have such an influence in the future of our society. So I'll say it again, believe in yourself. At Ulster, we believe in creating a positive impact on society, not just in Northern Ireland, but nationally and globally too. As part of the Ulster network, you give life to this mission. And I encourage you to do your own thing in your own way. Be out of the box and acknowledge the value and power of being unorthodox. And don't necessarily think because you are new to whatever profession or employment or self-employment that you go into, that as the new person you're just there to comply. An investment has been made in you to ensure that you contribute to the team, of course, but to also bring that fresh thinking and understanding so that together we can improve and enhance the future. In the words of renowned conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall, you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. You are shining examples of the power of education. You understand the benefits it can bring. You now have the skills to shape your industry, your community, your future. For you who have waited so long, today is a day of reconnection. You're now part of a vibrant, welcoming, supportive and inspiring Ulster University alumni community. We will remain some of your biggest champions and supporters. We will continue to provide you with the opportunities to stay involved with the university. Although many of you have left the university campus, you're not leaving the Ulster University network. As part of a vibrant and active alumni community, which represents now more than 200,000 graduates spread all over the world, I would encourage you to keep in touch. Our alumni colleagues are here today. Please go and speak to them so that we can make sure we tell you about the range of opportunities we have to support you as you go forwards. And we want to keep up to date with how you are getting on and to celebrate your successes with you as you have them. We also want to provide you with consistent and continuing opportunities for partnerships, for collaborations, and indeed to inspire those who will follow you through the corridors of this university. For you leave behind you a legacy for them, a legacy of success and accomplishment that will empower them and their ability to achieve. President Barack Obama once said, "The future belongs to young people with an education and the imagination to create." You have the imagination, and we cannot wait to see what you will go on to create. The future is yours, and it starts now. Thank you. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer honorary degrees and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Professor Curran, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to present candidates.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Applied Health Studies. Rachel Skews. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport, Physical Activity and Health and Diploma in Professional Practice, Christopher Barnaby. Naomi Donnelly. Jessica May Graham. Naomi Higgins. Rebecca King. Jane Willis. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Stratified Medicine and Diploma in Professional Practice, Alicia Rachel Kane. Dana Flack. Evangeline Johnston. Jency Rachel Rajan. Tara Marie Warren. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Health and Wellbeing, Kelly Samantha Crone. Catherine Doherty. Emer Farley. Mairead O'Neill. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Nursing Adult, Brogan Anderson. Paul Heber Byhag. Victoria Booth. Serena Bracken. Sarah Bella Brady. Emma Brawley. Lauren Burke. Sean Martin Burke. Catherine Burton. Leanne Calgo. Charlene Campbell. Christina Carlin. Amy Cassidy. Emma Arizona Charles. Michelle Convery. Kenudi Coyle. Natasha Coyle. Erica Crawford. Jessica Ruth Crossy, Karen Crumley, Fiona Mary Cunningham, Jessica Curran, Rebecca Del Guidici, Sarah Devlin, Fanula Dobbins, Chelsea Doyle, Alison Irwin, Chloe Fox, Alana Gallagher, Amanda Gallagher, Sarah Gilbert, Christina Louise Gordon, Carla Gorman, Lauren Gormley, Melissa Allison Hanna, Sharon Marion Hanna, Blaheen Hardy, Sarah Louise Harper, Catherine Ellen Harvey, Danielle Hawthorne, Jade Hawthorne, Taylor Hoey, Emma Hughes, Alicia Keating, Gemma Marie Kennedy, Holly Kerr, Rachel Kerr, Julie Knipe, Rachel Harriet Knox, Mary Lamberton, Catherine Margaret Fiona Lavery, Shauneen Lavery, Emma Marshall, Joanne Martin, Kirsty Maxwell, Lauren McAllister, Roisin Ann McAneeney, Grania Mairead McAtamney, Nolene Sarah McBride, Grania McCarran, Zoe Catherine McCrae, Bernadette McCusker, Emer McCusker, Aoife McDaid, Nolene McDaid Hamilton, Hannah Rebecca McDowell, Loretta McDowell, Camara Kathleen McElhinney. Chloe McElwee. Shannon McErlean. Niamh Margaret McGachan. Sarah Ann McGarry. Brona McGreevy. Christine McElfatrick. Charlotte McKeever. Louise Ann McKillop. Eileen McKinney. Bethany McKitterick. Aoife Margaret McNally. Mary McWilliams. Kirsty Mildred Miller. Eliana Miskelly. Deborah Moore. Catherine Moore. Roisin Murphy. Naomi Elizabeth Nesbitt. Amy Newell. Niamh Mayer Nugent. Lauren O'Brien. Megan O'Kean. Una O'Neill. Aisling Park. Chloe Park. Lindsay Kathleen Margaret Pearson. Helen Mary Peoples. Hannah Reel Quinn. Niamh Reid. Olivia Dorothea Robb. Brian Alexander Rogan. Rachel Hannah Rooney. Sarah Rolston. Kelly Marie Rudd. Rebecca Scott. Maria Sharvin. Victoria Elizabeth Shearer. Rachel Smith. Alice Taylor. Shariah Margaret Rose Todd. Kiva Wade. Samantha Wade. Amy Elizabeth Louise Wallace. Nikita Ward. Tonya Webb. Harriet Wilson. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Nursing Mental Health, Orla Call. James Thomas Noel Darcy. Margaret Jessica Donaldson. Nicole Dummigan. Rachel Isabel Finlay. Terry Flood. Katie Jane Gregson. Gary John Holian. Courtney Mains. Anna McClung. Lynn McConnell. Neve MacDonald. Cather McElhone. Shannon McGilligan. Noncosi Moyo. Ciara Murray. Shauna O'Neill. Sinead O'Neill. Natalie Scapatici. Amy Louise Taggart. Niall Tracy. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport, Physical Activity and Health, Robbie Brown. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Stratified Medicine, Shauna McCloskey. Ciara Isabel McCormick. Darren McDaid. Nathan McLaughlin. Ajoma Sally Foe. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Curran, for presenting candidates. I now call upon Tonya Webb, a new graduate in the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I am honoured to speak to you on behalf of those graduating today. I would like to begin with a quote from Michael Josephson, one I feel is pageant for this momentous day. Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but never forget to enjoy the journey. We have come far, and the faith instilled within us carried us through. We have laughed together, cried together, but we look back on our experiences fondly, remembering each hurdle we conquered with admiration. Let's just recap from a personal experience, although one that I feel each of us can relate to. This day, 5 years ago, we were waiting anxiously on one email. That email from UCAS that held our dreams of becoming registered staff nurses. We had worked hard to get to this point. We had dotted every T and crossed every I. The other way about. But the doubt remained. Would we be good enough? That one day was a defining moment in our future. Being accepted into Ulster University to study a vocation we could only have dreamt of led to 3 years of beautiful chaos. September 2017 saw the introduction into university life. Some students fresh out of secondary school, others like myself, a mature student, while the younger ones were obsessing over Freshers' Week, I was worried about washing, dinner and school runs. Regardless of age, stature or home life, our place in this university was deserved and verified. First semester brought a realm of big words. Pronouncing them was difficult, spelling them became a job for autocorrect. Policies, procedures, communication, anatomy, physiology. At one point, I thought my brain would explode. 6 months in, I fondly remember meeting Andrea Shepherd. Is she looking at me? She is. She's about 5 foot tall, and 2 foot of that is her Jimmy shoes. I've seen them. She is a complete force to be reckoned with, a nursing genius. She asked me a question, well, how are you finding the course? For the first time in 6 months, this was a question I could confidently answer. I have no idea what's going on, what these big words mean, and absolutely no idea how I will get through. Andrea responded, you'll be fine, it will come in time, wait till Patho next year. That was it. That was the empathetic advice from this walking genius. No thoughts of next year. Get me through this year. Second year brought us pathophysiology, a module the genius had previously mentioned. Andrea mistakenly walked into our room for the first lesson. Now, I am not saying she was kidnapped, but she stayed with us for the rest of the semester. That complicated module received an excellent pass rate and seen us passing ways with a highly esteemed genius. Andrea, alongside the rest of the academic team, were core educators for our first 2 years at Ulster. They laid the foundations for our classifications today. Whether that was through their abundance of knowledge or Andrea's fear factor remains questionable. Third year, the year of the dreaded dissertation. Naively, we think this is our final hurdle, our final mountain that felt like Erika. How wrong were we? February 2020, Mother Nature decided it was time for a pandemic to appear. Erika had just turned Everest. At this point, it wasn't just us completing a nursing degree, it was the world coming together, a worldwide attempt at keeping each other safe. The world closed down and the healthcare was at its biggest demand. April 2020 seen early deployment of student nurses. Class of 2020 was entering the workforce early to help ease pressures on the NHS. Fear, disbelief, anxiousness and exhaustion. This was our fight or flight moment, and we chose to fight. We began our fight together that day, supported by staff, faculty, colleagues, nursing partners, family and each other. At that point, every skill, lecture, assignment came into play, although navigated completely differently. Nursing had changed, COVID had changed how we worked, but the ethos remained the same: to care, nurture and respect each of our patients to the best of our ability. I would like to congratulate each graduate today for pursuing that fight, not just in COVID, but in this nursing journey. Thank you to our academic staff for their skills, support and education, and thank you to our families for working beside us. 5 years later, I can now say, Andrea, it's not often you're wrong, but you're right again. We were fine, and it all came in time. Finally, to quote my beloved Disney, the Chancellor stole it earlier. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Always believe, be brave, and pursue. We are the Ulster University class of 2020. We survived a nursing degree in COVID. Today is abundantly deserved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tonya, for what was a fine speech, I think. Thank you. Just before I close this ceremony, I just want to kind of thank everybody in the auditorium today for bringing such atmosphere. And I'd just like to end before I close formally by giving everybody a round of applause for your fantastic contributions to the atmosphere here this afternoon. Thank you. I declare this graduation ceremony closed and invite the new graduates to join the academic procession. Please rise.